Archery for Juniors, the origins of techno music, what's new at the Detroit Institute of Arts, and a walk on the riverfront, next on Specs Profile.
Hello, Detroit. You've touched my soul. Thanks for the memories I cherish so. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. You've got it all. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Detroit.
Hi, I'm Steve Broxterman with Specs Profile. I'm standing right here on the Detroit riverfront, where many people like to bike, fish, run, walk, and even watch boats and freighters go by. More specifically, I'm standing on the Detroit Riverwalk, which extends 5.5 miles. The first 3.5 miles of the Riverwalk are continuous, starting right here behind Joe Louis Arena and extending all the way up to the pavilion at Rivard Place. A plan called the Bridge to Bridge project will eventually extend the Riverwalk from the Ambassador Bridge behind me all the way up to the Belle Isle Bridge, which is expected to be completed by 2012. Eventually, the Riverwalk will extend all the way down to River Rouge on Detroit's southwest side. Many major events take place here, including River Days. It's a 5-day festival that marks the opening of the Riverwalk and leads up to the Detroit-Windsor International Freedom Festival and Fireworks Show. Detroit, Michigan and Windsor, Ontario jointly celebrate this multi-day festival at the end of June, which brings 3.5 million people to the area. They celebrate their respective national holidays, July 1st, Canada Day, and July 4th, Independence Day. Did you know that from right here, it's the only place in the continental United States where you can actually drive south into Canada? The Detroit Riverfront also hosted this year's Red Bull Air Race World Series, which brought out 1 million people to watch the twisting and turning of some of the world's top pilots. Well, it's summertime, and as you can see, the sun is out, and there are a lot of fun things that you can do in the Metro Detroit area. One thing you might want to try is some target shooting with a bow and arrow. Nancy Parks is out with the Junior Archery League and has more. Nancy? Thanks, Nancy. Sounds like a fun and a challenging time for the kids. Well, I've made my way up the Detroit Riverwalk, and now I'm standing in Hart Plaza. We'll tell you about an event that comes here every year a little later. But right now, just up Woodward Avenue behind me is the Detroit Institute of Arts. And we'll tell you why it's the all-new Detroit Institute of Arts coming up right after the break. Welcome back to Specs Profile. We have Kyle Smith standing by at the DIA. Kyle, tell us what's going on. Thanks, Kyle. If you guys are looking for something to do on a Friday night, be sure to check out the DIA's Friday Night Live, featuring classical music from all around the world. And we're still here in Hart Plaza, where the Detroit Electronic Music Festival is held every year. Why Detroit, you ask? Because Detroit is the home of techno music. Here's Joey Manning with more. Thanks, Joey. Sounds like Detroit might need a new nickname. We already have Motown, Hoggytown, the Motor City. Why not Techtown? Okay, maybe not, but it is a great place to hang out for the summer. Whether you're shooting archery with the kids, hanging out at the DIA, or going to a local club to check out some techno music, it's a great place to be. We're going to leave you with some techno music. I'm Steve Broxterman for Specs Howard School of Broadcast Arts.